Shalom, it's Selfie, Carats. Hey, whoa. Okay, guys, guess what? This is gonna be for Taurus, Gemini, and Cancer. This is gonna be a mid-month, monthly, of course. But this is gonna be into 4 tiers, okay? Just the way the original monthlies is set up. But it's also for May 2020. If you guys are new to my channel, make sure you thumbs up and subscribe. Make sure you like the video. I think I said that, if this applies relevant to you. And again, yeah, leave your comments. Okay, so I have a pre-message. It is, whoever don't want you never had you. Meaning they wouldn't know. You guys know what that means. But meaning they wouldn't know what it's like to lose you if they never even experienced you, okay? So they wouldn't be rejecting you if they had you. That makes sense, okay? So that may be for some of you. Okay, so I'm going to do a clarification for each tier, which is tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. It's not weak form, but you can make it into weak form, okay? So I like to apply a little flexibility to my readings. In the physical space, I will be giving more details on the month of the person that you may have either to focus on physically, or you may need to focus on physically, or the person that may be showing up that is having or harnessing that energy of that particular card, okay? And then I have an astral house reading, which is going to be the spiritual message, but also the spiritual focus for that tier, okay? So that is just building upon the healing that you need to apply yourself to, okay? So we have the Tower card in reverse, okay? So that already comes in letting me know that there's an avoidance to maybe even feeling like, again, maybe even feeling that heartbreak for experiencing you, okay? From experiencing. You got the 8 of Swords in your spiritual space. We got the Queen of Swords in your physical space, okay? And we got the 5 of Chalices again. Yeah, that's that avoidance for that emotional disruption that you may bring to them, that fire, okay? You may bring that fire, but you're also going to bring that death, which again, they may be neglecting to experience. We got the Knave of Wands coming in the physical, okay? For your second tier. And then we got the 9 of Swords appearing again because of that mental clarity that they are blocking themselves from seeing because they're at combat with, what they think. We have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So again, they may not want to experience you in the, in your lack. They may be having a lack mindset to your, your, I guess, kind of like single abundance. Okay, they could have a you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we got this real quick. Let me go ahead and tap into the physical people. So we got the Queen of Swords, okay? So the Queen of Swords is September 12th to October 12th, okay? So channeling that energy of that Queen, that is also Libran energy, but also Virgo energy, okay? And then again, we'll talk about the Knave of Wands real quick, but that's of course a little further down. The Knave, okay, we don't have him. Okay, so anywho, let's go back to our nice little jingling music. Okay, so then we have like I said, the Tower in reverse in your emotional space, avoiding the heartache that you may bring them, honey, okay? But that could be you are probably playing mental games with this person, okay? Especially spiritually, they have, a different mindset for how they thought this was going to go, okay? Because a writer has a structure, okay? Every time you write, there's a format to how you write. You were programmed to write a certain way, the way you were programmed to date a certain way, okay? So again, you going, you ringing around a rose with them, and they feel like there's a beast on the other side of the intimidation. Okay, so I watched this video. It was like, the little, how they do the colorful Avi animojis, and it was about all the zodiacs and how they date, and he was like, I push you away on purpose, that was the Cancer energy. And I was just like, oh gosh, that's so relevant. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords, okay? So that's that, I'm kind of like begging for communication, but like not trying to seem desperate. It's like, okay, so that's in the physical space. And then we have the 5 of Chalices, okay? Again, that's somebody who's emotionally in conflict with, if they give their self mentally to you, would it be, reciprocal, okay? And again, that's just conflict. It doesn't mean the conflict exists. It exists in their mind more than in the physical narration of the relationship, okay? So I'll clarify those. All right, so we got these, which is the tea leaf. Okay, we got eggs. Success assured with good plans and hard work. Okay, so this, again, they don't want to put their eggs in one basket, but they also realize they have to just kind of like, what are the other eggs? The other eggs remind me of the seven of Chalices, okay? We got 444 just passed. So I feel like they rather just kind of like destroy all the eggs at once rather than, focusing on one singular egg, okay? Like, if you think about chickens, do they lay multiple eggs at once, or do they lay one egg? Okay, so this is the spiritual, which is apple. Temptation will tempt you. Okay, so there could see you as someone too tempting to resist, but also too tempting to kind of commit to. Some people can be too tempting to commit to because, again, they never experienced you, so they're like, oh, I don't even know who. They can't. I feel like this is like the person that doesn't have anyone else to link you to, so they're kind of like, I will be the first to actually either, for one, mentally destroy you or physically destroy you. Okay, you understand? Because we got the Queen of Swords coming there with that, you know, beggar energy. But not really. She's begging. She's just like, again, like saying, hey, yo, communicate or not, because I'm gonna stop. Okay, so we got the Queen of the Skull. Hidden secrets can harm you. Okay. So I feel like that's what the person asks for. I need more secrets. I need more, kind of like a groundness to their ability to kind of trust you. Okay, again, they're the first to experience you, or they're the first not to experience you. Okay, so that Five of Chalices, what are they? Oh yeah, temporary problems, that cloud. Yeah, it's just a mental thing. They're clouded. Their judgment is clouded. They're not even giving themselves mental space to really like kind of analyze you in the way that it needs to be analyzed. Like I said, people are used to going about things a different structural way, and you bring a different creativity to them, or a different I won't say like a dating relevancy to them. Okay, like I said, whoever don't want you never had you. Okay. Okay. So, okay, we're going to talk about this real quick. All right, so we said the Nine of Wands. Okay, so that's kind of being fed up, but also, again, like I said, in that Five of Chalices, not actually taking the time to evaluate themselves energetically, if they're even prepared to, you know, exchange what they feel like you don't exchange back to them. Okay, so you gotta be sick as it. You gotta be sicker than a motherfucker, because you think I'm about to tell you this and you ain't told me that. Okay. So we got too much concern with sexual matters. Okay. Ooh, we got the rabbit on that one. Ooh, okay, so that may be a quick pampa. That's none of your business though. But again, I always say anything that you spiritually cannot do with another person sexually and energetically is also what you spiritually can't do with yourself energetically, and you know what I mean, sexually. Okay, so we got the Death card. So there's a transformation spiritually between your sexual energy, but also your healing energy, which comes from them. Okay, so we got two forms of skulls. Okay, hidden secrets can harm you, and then in that spiritual aspect, the secrets are kind of coming up. They're becoming more addressed as they are brought to the surface. Okay, so it says desk. Pay attention to your work. Okay, so you can have a spiritual work ethic that is, you know, that exceeds theirs. Okay, that spiritual work ethic exceeds theirs, especially when it comes to how much spirituality you actually promote yourself or provide yourself. Okay, the spiritual exercise that you provide yourself are all, you know, a form of. People will go around that. People will have all the material things in the world, but will go around the spiritual things. And because you are mental and cerebral signs, but also fixed signs, so you guys think of long term. That's talking to Tauruses. Geminis, you think of short. You guys have short term. You know, you guys are short terms. So, and then Cancers, you guys think of the long term and short term of relationships immediately. Okay, like that comes in faster than you can actually get into one. Okay, and then when you do, you hold on to it. So we got the Knave of Wands being, you know, that that energetic excitement to, you know, experience the short term, but also like dread the long term. Okay, so that could be both. And we got the Candle. You will be shown the way. Okay, so again, that big fire that you possess will also, you know, have a lighter dim, which is a shorter, you know, a shorter span, but it also lasts longer. Think about, they have 20-hour burning candles. Okay, or they have long-term burning, etc., etc. All right, we got the Nine of Swords. So we got two nines coming in, so that is both karmic closing and also endings and closings. Okay, so that 9, don't overthink something that you already, you know, have and possess. Okay, so we got Target, a goal-oriented person. Like, you already possess it, because if you are goal-oriented, then you will take a different, like I said, even in that Eight of Swords, there are steps to how things are formatted, written, and traditionally done. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the months of these people in the physical space that are becoming, you know, showing up as relevant. Okay, so that, again, it could be not the September 12th to the October 12th person. It could just be the energy they're embodying, okay? That's also August, okay? See, the August was August, September, October, so those are 3 dates, okay? So they can all be hidden in that time, okay? The Nav is also this Nav of Wands is displaying the February energy, okay? So they can have a birthday in February, okay? So let's move on. I'm gonna do a quick shuffle. I'm only gonna do one. See, we got the 5 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck now, okay? So again, somebody switched its vibration, it switched its theme. So again, it's going back to that 5 and clouds, those temporary problems. You think about it too much, okay? Because now it's starting to manifest and show up as the problem rather than the solution. But we got some justice, okay? It clears itself up because Pentacles started showing up, okay? So again, like I said, it's starting to manifest because you speak too much of it, okay? You speak too much of it, the negativity, then, you know, or how short something was going to last, then you see how, you know, and that could be somebody actually speaking on, you know, your downfalls, or you not gaining a certain energy too long, okay? And like, oh, you know, she can't maintain that, you can't have that. Okay, well, fine, I can't have that, but guess what? You ain't gonna have it in the long term either, because guess what? You speaking on what I can't have, which is also a reflection of what you feel like you can't have. So we got the 6 of Wands, aka the celebrity, but that's coming in reverse, okay? So there could be a kind of like a, you know, a shy away, okay? And emotionally, you could be shying away from the celebration of the relationship, or the celebration that the relationship could bring, okay? Because it's gonna bring any relationship brings attention, again, to your people around you, but also to the people to you, okay? To who you want to show off to, if that makes sense, okay? So we got the long-term, short-term, but also being that's kind of making me feel spiritually split personalities, because again, when you have a fixation on a certain thing, you either think of it in black or you even think of it in white, and that white is going to be that purity of something, okay? And not saying white people are more pure, but it's the color, okay? Color pure, because it can make any color that you add is going to add a beautiful lighter shade, okay? So this was mixed with white. This light, probably dark green, was mixed with light green. Do you understand? I mean, not light green, white. And to made it this light, you know, aqua color, okay? Also, here, guys, I got the aquamarine. I looked at it earlier. I want to touch it, though. Baby girl, you gonna touch it or not? My heart in a mom. I'm gonna go get your wet wipes. So I'm gonna put that at the bottom of the day. Okay, so that's in your spiritual space, okay? So being able to see something black, again, dark matter attracts more creative energy, okay? And then being spiritually able to pay attention to your work and not be tempted to go into another side or to taint the white, okay? Don't taint your white side, because you are getting to know your black, your dark matter, okay? Don't taint the purity of what you know by exploring too deeply, or, you know, being fearful of exploring too deeply into your black. Okay, that could be for mixed couples. It's like, okay, well, I want to maintain my white superiority and my white privilege. I want to maintain my white privilege in this relationship, you know. But it's like, ooh, if you explore your creativity too deeply, what do you feel about that? You know what I mean? Okay, so we got 2 6s showing up in this third tier. Okay, so this is just basically more levels of. So we got the 6 of Pentacles, okay? So again, it's when you go into the 2, you still gonna get 1 and 1, okay? You gotta be there's only one of you, okay? There's only one of a kind. There's only one matter in which that should be fought, and that is love and equality, okay? That is love and equality. All animals should be just saying, if you don't want animals coming to slaughter you, you wouldn't go and slaughter those animals. If you don't want no drop of blood coming into your white side, then okay, because black comes from white, okay? You have to go explore the dark matter, which is their blackness, not literally talking about color in this aspect, but you could be. To explore that dark color, to explore that dark matter, you have to have created that white first, okay? Or not first, but created it through the spectrum of knowing your dark self, okay? Your dark matter, all right? So it's kind of like, you gotta get to know me. Get to know me, okay? And then we got the King of Swords, okay? You can force people to know you by withdrawing a form of communication with them that they wouldn't understand unless they saw it, okay? You wouldn't understand my dark matter unless you saw my dark matter, okay? People pretend to be dark. People pretend to be in specialty of dark, of dark matter, until it requires explanation of something, okay? Explanation of healing, explanation of how did you reach that point of initiation. You know what I'm saying? All right, so then we got the Justice card, okay? That comes in emotionally. So you're going to receive the emotional, I would say relevancy, but also emotional, true imagery of the relationship that you want, okay? When you realize that somebody haven't experienced you, it's because they don't want to experience you. And if they don't want to experience you, it's because they fear you. And when they fear you, guess what? They'll never hear you unless they see you, okay? If they not deaf, they blind. If they not blind, they deaf, okay? It takes true mastery of self to incorporate your whole being into all your senses, okay? And that's what you get to spiritual war comes in at in your 10 of Pentacles, okay? So that's that spiritual war when you come in and seek that justice for yourself and others, okay? You got the 4 of Swords. A lot of times people don't want to gain awareness of themselves deeply because they don't want to irritate others around them. Like, oh, you've been used to myself, you've been used to me being like this. But it's like, no, okay? No, I need you to know this a part of yourself, bro, so I can know it too. Just like that, okay? So again, going upstairs to what you know and what you've been told, especially by both sides of masters, okay? You think I'm gonna take Einstein's mastery away because he's white? No, I wouldn't take Einstein's mastery away because he's white. He earned his own awareness and intelligence in, how do you say this? Like, you know how I said the 6 of Wands is a celebrity? That is also saying like he earned his way to be talked into every conversation, okay? The same way of black, like Dr. Carver. Sorry, I didn't mean to do this. Dr. Washington Carver, the Peanut Man. You know what I mean? He earned his own way in relevancy in history, okay? So you have to do that as well, okay? You have to go to that and consult with your own masters. Find who your masters are based off what you want to learn deeply about yourself, okay? I study people with high IQs because eventually one day I would like to be known for a person to have a high IQ. But I also have to say, is that something that I learned in my infantile stage, or is that something I can be accelerated to know? Okay, so we got the Wheel. Okay, it is sometimes justice for you to speak on their will, okay? Meaning the times that you did not have just being emotionally, or you could be manifesting a poor will, okay? A poor time on the wheel. You could be treating people poor on the wheel, okay? You could be giving more masters more relevancy than the ones who actually guided you on that path of, okay? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and pull for these. Ooh, we got gavel, involvement with the law. That's the 6. That's the 6. That's the 6. That's the 6. Okay. Yeah, it's just, okay, it's just basically, again, that justice gonna come in to serve, you for who you are. And again, sometimes when the law is involved and you ain't did nothing, like again, thinking back in those times, it's because it wants to stop you from progressing the way you need to progress. And again, it takes a strong person to actually say, you know what? I can see past what someone's blockage is towards you, okay? But a lot of people can't because they want to believe the side that doesn't spiritually enlighten them. All right, trouble, accusations. Again, that's at 2. Some people be defending their own misery, okay? And others will assist them if they are not in alignment to, again, not allow poor work ethic, poor, again, spiritual poor work ethic. And sometimes they allow people to be wrongly accused, aka like Emmett Till, sorry to get deep, aka like Emmett Till, so that woman can come to the end of her road, end of her life and say, I lied. Some people will go that far to say, come to the end of their road to say, I lied. And that'd be the greatest relief for their life. But guess what? She got to come back in here. She got to come back again and then bring justice to more black men, okay? That white woman going to have to bring more justice to black men in her reincarnation, okay? So that's 6 of Pentacles. Everybody going to be like, where did this justice come from? It's going to be because, again, I had to bring that too. Okay? Someone's truth bring justice to a nation of people, not just that one person that afflicted. Okay? Because that ancestral probably is fighting that through, again, different cosmos. All right, compliments from an admirer. Okay, that's 6 of Pentacles. Compliments for an admirer. That white woman admired that black man because he died for her lies. Okay, he died for her lies, or she died. You know, that transformation coming in for his lies, or not really his lies, but the lies that were placed on him. Okay. King of Swords in reverse is a liar. That's why I said it. Okay. Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, fresh start. Okay. There's a lies to be uncovered as truth. But again, lies are also forms of storytelling. So they can be passed on to history for lessons to be learned. Okay. And then we got this, the bear. Danger, especially in money matters. Okay. Every political issue, any political issue is a form of money control. We got Owl, good advice from a wise person. So that 10 of Pentacles gave you the advice that you needed to speak on, for the advice that you needed to speak on. Okay. All right, we got the Mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Okay, so that 4, they stuck in this space. They stuck in the 4 matter. Okay, they realize that they are not kept, or they can be kept in contempt of. Okay, contempt of. Yeah, they can't be kept in limbo anymore. They have to make a decision about something, and because the decision is being made, they have to again be okay with the favor of. Wish will not be granted. You have to be in. It's almost like I always say, I feel like I'm a sore winner. Like, even if I know I'm right, even though justice come towards me, I have to be okay with the fact that the latter party or the other party did not receive, you know, lenience, when in lenience they were given that. Because again, you never know the sufferings that, you know,